Good morning, friends. So, I just did some cleaning around my house and I found a box. And I happened to find this Canson Oil and Acrylic paper pad. And I still have several sheets left in this thing. And I wanted to go ahead and compare it to the Derwent Inktense paper. Now, in comparison to the Derwent. I already ripped the sheet out. In comparison, the paper definitely feels thinner. It's not as sturdy, more flimsy. So that's something to think about. My niece and nephew have drawn on these a lot, and I can show you proof. So here are a few pieces from my niece and nephew. These actually both may be from my niece, but as you can see, the girl is not shy about globbing on the paint. And as you can see, there's barely bleed through. And honestly, since I don't know if this is bleed through or if this is just from her maybe touching the back of the paper, I'm going to go ahead and do my own little bleed through test and see how it works. Now, I was going to attach the video from when I turned the Derwent paper over, but I'll just do it here. So in a previous video, I used water and a ton of paint at different levels on the Derwent paper, and then when you flip it over, as you can see, none of that came through the other side. So it did very well. And so we're just going to see how the Canson and the Derwent line up as far as how the colors display. So let's do a comparison. Hopefully with the difference in color as far as the paper, it's not going to be too big of an issue. But we'll see, right? So I'm going to take the purple pencil first, and we're just gonna do like that, and we're gonna do like that. Oh, you guys, this is I think because of the difference in the paper, even when I feel like I'm lightly doing this, it feels like it's applying more pressure. It's really, I don't know how to describe it, but here I am applying more pressure. Yeah, there's definitely a difference. The way the paper is too, in the Canson paper, you can see a lot of the lines, and the Derwent paper, it doesn't look as linear. So however this is created, I think I prefer, to be honest. You also don't see as much of that transparency. I feel like I have to do more on the Canson to get it to show up more opaque, whereas I didn't do that here, and I'll just show you. See? So where here it just seems like more of the paper shines through. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know a lot of art terms, but I just know what I'm seeing, and hopefully you guys are also seeing what I mean. Let's try the permanent marker. Not a lot to do here. I will just yeah. It looks so much better on this paper. Let me see if I can get closer. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, y'all. So like I was saying with the purple here, even if I'm pressing hard, you can still see like the paper shining through, and I don't know what a technical term would be for that, but with the Derwent, it doesn't look like that. So it does apply more opaquely here. Now, this paper does say it's an oil and acrylic paper. So I don't have any oil paint, but I do have acrylic, and that's what we'll go ahead and try next. But as far as like pencil and marker is concerned, the Derwent is definitely coming out on top. And I'm going to grab the apple barrel, and I'm going to place that on both papers. And I'm doing it dry, and then I'll do it wet. So dry. You guys. I don't know. So this one is a little harder to suss out. I don't see a huge difference right off the bat. Don't mind me, I'm pulling out my other camera. So, I don't know. You guys see a difference? So something I can see is with the Derwent, the texture of the paper, I feel like I can see it more. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it that much greater? You know, I don't think so. I think as far as the paint is concerned, the Canson looks really good. Now this, okay, yeah, that's just the paint thing. That's my paint running out. But I wanted to kind of show you guys both. I think color-wise, like as far as the opacity, they both look really good. I do see, so let me try this. Now on the Canson one, I'm trying to spread this out. On the Canson one, I don't know if you're seeing this. I wanted to do this. I can see that if I continue to do this, it almost thins out the paint. And I can start to see like the paper coming through. Whereas on the Derwent, as I'm doing that, it's not giving me that separation issue. So that is something. But I'm going to go ahead and I'll wash this brush and we're going to try the purple next. Alright guys, I am back. So I knocked over my tripod by accident. But I am back. I've cleaned off this brush and I'm going to take the brush, we'll spread some water around. I know that we know that the Derwent does really well with water. As you can see here, it does really well. But I still want to see what the Canson does. So let me try to line this up a little bit. So here I'll go ahead and spread the water and then we will try her out. Let me move this over a little more. Now you guys are probably like, what is she doing? Oh shoot. Okay, so I am taking my brush and I am spreading water. Or I'm putting water down. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to spread it. Oh, guys, ew. Okay, so we're going to spread the Derwent. Okay. Yeah, so as far as the water goes, what do you guys think? What did you think about that? Overall, it feels like when you spread the Derwent, the paint actually it spreads, so it's not as streaky. And that's the issue that I'm seeing with the Canson. It's also it's spreading so much that it's starting to thin, whereas with the Derwent, it just seems like the color was spreading more evenly. So it's not shearing out. It's actually, I don't know, it's like the concentration of the color is spreading versus the color separating, and like you're moving the color. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to turn, I'm going to go ahead and turn the Canson paper over and we will see. There is no additional color on the back, so we can see that as far as what we just did here, that there is no bleeding. However, I am going to go ahead and just do this big section, throw water and paint and everything on it, and we will see if it holds up. I was going to wait for this to dry before I turned it so I wasn't putting paint all over the other side, but it's fine. But no, I mean, as you guys can see, it held up. I poured water on this section a lot, and the paper is still holding up, as you can see. And then if you were worried about it bowing or anything, you could probably have it taped down to something to make sure it stays straight. But the yeah, it's, look at that, it's super wet, but when you flip it, there's like not much happening on the other side. So once this dries, I might actually use the other side for something, and that way I don't feel like I'm just putting the paper to waste. But I just wanted to compare it to the Derwent paper in case it was something that you may be considering, like, oh man, that Derwent's really cool, but it's really expensive. But just again, this is the Canson Oil and Acrylic pad. It says it's bleed proof. I am inclined to believe it, but this is the one that I used today in the 11 by 14 size, and I can tell you it is definitely less expensive. And actually, just to prove it, let me go ahead and look it up now. As you can see at Blix, it is 10 bucks. Let me look for the 11 by 14. So the 11 by 14 at Blix is $16. It's $16, guys. So it's much less. Let me pull up the Derwent. So as you can see, I already have a recent search for it. But the Derwent Inktense, this is the 12 by 16, which is what I have. It's $73.57 at Blick Art Materials. And obviously it's less expensive if you get the smaller pads, but if you want to do bigger paper or bigger sheets of paper, they're going to cost you more. So I will say, in my opinion, it is very quality paper, but you're also going to pay for that quality. I think the Canson paper is a good quality as well if you're just looking for something that you can use paint on without having to worry about it bleeding through to the other side and ruining like the surface that you work on. This would work just as fine. So it's really up to you, but that's all I have for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy the comparison video, and if there's anything else that you'd like to maybe see, or if you have any questions or any constructive criticism or feedback, then just let me know, guys, in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.